You're watching the Red and Gold 24/7 podcast show. Time for a Niner news segment.
San Francisco, 49ers, all day. It's not a nation, it's an empire. Red and gold, faithful. Touchdown, all day. Field goal. San Francisco, 49ers, all day. It's not a nation, it's an empire. Red and gold, faithful. Touchdown, all day. Field goal. Red and gold. Red and gold, baby. Super Bowl, yeah. Red and gold, baby. Super Bowl, baby. Red and gold, baby. Super Bowl, yeah. Red and gold, baby. Super Bowl, red and gold. Yeah, red and gold.
What's up, faithful? You're watching the Red and Gold 24/7 podcast show with yours truly. It's time for a Niner news segment. Get online, like and subscribe on all these channels. We've got a bunch of new information coming today. It's a training camp kickoff update for us. It's the first one we've done since the 4th of July. We've got a little bit of a kind of a scurry of information coming in today. It's been a big day. I wanted to make sure and get something to you. We've been on Bosa Watch. We're going to go over a few things. Right now, just wanted to go over the first week of training camp. The rookies all seem to be doing pretty good. It looked like we had a little bit of an injury bug coming into training camp. We're going to talk about that to start off the section. But the second week is here. The veterans are here. We're going to kick off the show talking about the Darrell Luter Jr. injury right now. It looks like he's been put on the PUP list because of his hyperextending his knee in OTAs. He's, as you know, we got him out of Alabama, South Alabama. And he's been showing some really good promise. It looks like he's got a long road to go for his recovery, but they're just trying to be careful because he's got that bone bruise from hyperextending his knee. Looks like they've been pretty impressed with him so far. He's been really focused on his rehab, is what they were talking about. Nothing but great things to say about him. Right now, we've also got another breaking injury update. Mitch Wisnowski is on the NFI list, the non-football injury list. They're not looking to replace him right now. Looks like as of this week, he's just taking it easy due to a back injury that he sustained during, working out, trying to prepare for camp before he reported. We've got an update here from John Lynch talking about how it's not something they're concerned about long term, but they want to. It's like touch and go. You gotta take it easy on the back injuries because they can really be nagging. Doesn't look like they're going to be replacing him for training camp. He's going to be back. They're not too concerned about it. We also got a new pickup. We got Terrence Mitchell from Tennessee on a 1-year deal. Cornerback. I'm assuming Darrell Luter Jr. is going to need. We're going to need depth with Darrell Luter Jr. down, and you can't hurt to have a nice veteran DB. He played a little bit in Dallas. He played in Cleveland, as you can see here. He played in Kansas City. Pretty good DB. A lot of forced fumbles, a lot of tackles. I'm pretty excited to have him on the other side of Charvarius Ward. In other news, it looks like let's see. Got an update from Coach.
Starting position opposite Bosa. Is it a competition between Drake and Cleveland Farrell? And coming out of spring, how did both those guys look?
They look good, but the way these springs have been the last couple of years, we don't really do much with the O-line and D-line, so I don't really stack them that way. I mean, I go into if they're new guys who have been at that spot recently. That's in the last few years. I go into training camp with a very open mind. So they all did a good job improving and stuff and getting in shape and OTAs, and now we'll see where they're at out here over the next few days. And nothing really counts till we get the pads on and start doing a little more football.
All right, with that update, it looks like Drake Jackson and Clellan Ferrell are in an completely open competition. They're not really focused on it right now in training camp, but we've also got the update about all 4 QBs being included in the offseason, not looking to get rid of any of them.
Yeah.
You've never done that. I don't believe you've ever done that before. I know you touched on this a little bit yesterday, but why just because Brandon Allen you think is counseled enough to stay?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted 3 in OTAs. We had 2 for the first part, so we added a 3, and we really liked him so far. So, we don't want to just get rid of guys we like.
Coach went on to talk about how he wanted to keep all 4 quarterbacks. He likes all 4 quarterbacks. Trey's looking good running the offense as well, as you can hear here in this clip.
How efficiently does Trey seem, or comfortable does he seem running that offense?
Great. I mean, it's 3rd year calling the plays, 3rd year getting in and out of the huddle. So it's for all of them, it's always easier, but he's doing awesome at it.
All right, an even bigger update right now, guys, from the 49ers. Brianna McDonald, First and 10 host, was on with Lindsay Pilares, the 49ers team reporter, talking about the quarterback position and a few other things in the offseason. Here's a big update on quarterback Brock Purdy.
First and 10 podcast, 10 minutes of the most up-to-date 49ers news, first thing in the morning. I'm your host, Brianna McDonald, and I'm joined by 49ers team reporter, Lindsay Pilares.
Did find out, of course, that second-year quarterback Brock Purdy was in fact cleared to rejoin the team, and we will be seeing him at training camp. The expectation is that he will not be throwing or participating today, but expect to see him later in the week. And again, we all know he was rehabbing the entire offseason, coming back from an elbow surgery to repair a torn UCL that he suffered in the NFC Championship game. There was nothing really but high praise for him and how diligently he has been working through his rehab and recovery in order to get to this point. It was said that there would be no restrictions on him, but he is going to be under what John Lynch referred to as a pitch count. So they're definitely easing him back into the full swing of things, but a very, very big and positive update for the young quarterback.
Yeah, that's a great update for somebody who's supposed to be gone halfway through the season. Kids' cellular growth must be amazing. They went on to talk about the team reps that the quarterbacks would be getting.
Yeah, that's a great question. And we did get a little bit of light on that from
And as you can
head
see
coach
them
Kyle
all on the
Shanahan.
field, all
So
4
at
QBs.
this point, and again, all of this is subject to change, but the expectation is that Brock Purdy will be taking the first team reps on the days that he is able to go. And right now, that's going to be looking like 2 days on, 1 day off. And then as far as Trey Lance and Sam Darnold, the hope is to have those 2 guys splitting reps on the days that Brock Purdy is not throwing. And then also not sure about how the distribution is actually going to work out. But again, to have the reps spread out evenly between those 2. And like you mentioned, there is a 4th quarterback in the mix. That is Brandon Allen. He was signed in May. And the challenge with him is that he's also earned his right to some reps. And that's something that Shanahan was very adamant about. But it's
Man, it's a good problem to have if you're asking me. I'll talk about having the quarterback competition. Having 4 quarterbacks that the coach really likes is a pretty good problem. It's a pretty good problem to have. And with Brock Purdy coming back so quickly, and I saw some video of this dude. I'm going to tell you right now, he looks jacked better shape than I could probably imagine him being in for not being able to use his arm for as long as he wasn't able to. We got a little bit of a situation with Nick Bosa. It looks like Nick Bosa did not report to camp. It looks like he is not going to participate in any practices until he gets signed. I'm sure it's an injury precaution. it's a pretty big deal for a player like Nick Bosa to not be signed. I don't really care what their excuse is. If you're planning on keeping that guy at all, you give him whatever the hell he's asking. There is no reason for them for this not to be done already. I know they're talking about cap space and everything, and I know Bosa is trying to preserve himself from being injured before he gets paid, but this is a pretty critical year for us, and if we're looking to win it all, we need everybody in practice. That's it for your Niner news update today. A ton of stuff from training camp has come down. We got a new cornerback. We talked about Bosa holding out. George Kittle said he talked to Bosa and he didn't feel like his future with the team was in any way in jeopardy. So that's pretty promising to hear that from George Kittle, saying that he spoke to Bosa and that's what he had to say. Like and subscribe, guys. That's it for the training camp update. Looks like we've got a little bit of a quarterback situation to watch through the offseason, and I'm pretty excited to watch the competition because I enjoy good competition. That's going to be it for the Red and Gold 24/7 podcast show, Niner News segment. I'm Jake. Thanks for tuning in.
San Francisco, 49ers. All day. It's not a nation. It's an empire. Ready, go. Faithful. Touchdown. Field goal.
Who got it better than us, man? I said nobody. I believe red and gold, stay faithful, always a 49er. Across the middle with a stiff form from George Kittle. Oh, you ain't know that pass straight from Garoppolo? Oh, you non-believers get a side step from my boy Breeder. With a spin move on truck 2 on Hut 2. Beast mode, Ricky Ride from Nick Bosa. The fifth win them championships, game over. 81, 84, 88, 89, 94. Them Super Bowls, we on the quest for 6 though. Now who the man with the master plan? Coach Shanahan. I believe red and gold, it's Niner gang, man, bang, bang.